When I joined Isaac again, I told you I wanted to join Isaac. I joined it because basically I want to have some achievements to put in my curriculum. Isaac was a platform to be innovative and reach goals. So Isaac was an easy platform where I could try to reach things that I could put in my curriculum and show like, look, I've achieved those numbers. Look, I've achieved this, and this. I did this and this project. The other thing is I want to get used to work in office. At that time, I had no work experience. This is me meeting my team leader for the first time after working for 10 months together, and we met randomly, and seeing people who I worked together was a moment of just seeing that things I was doing were real. I was not just like doing something for robots in a screen. When I saw people that I worked together, it completely changed my mind on what I was doing. So, I've managed to deliver sessions internationally, I've managed to have EPs, I've managed to deal with the chaos. Like, chaos was happening and I keep it working. Why I almost left Isaac? I almost left Isaac because at that point I was staying. So, the change, what changed and what made me to be here? I found someone who encouraged me to give a second try, someone that gave me a chance to be in a high position. Let's start with how it almost ended before it started. Again, be welcome to Vical. So I will explain a little bit to you how it was in 2020 when I joined Isaac. The context was I have just joined university. In my school, when I was in school, I was the leader of everything you can imagine, every single project in school, every single anything in school. I would be the president, the leader, the whatever, and I had too many responsibilities. And I just want to join something that I don't need to be the final responsible. I would just work a bit. I would not be the final responsible. I want just to help someone, but not be responsible if I could. And then I saw Isaac and I thought, okay, I can join this and be a member. And I will stay only 6 months. I don't want to stay much. I don't want to get too attached. I just want to have a small experience, try to see how it is, and that's it. And then literally, I joined Isaac on a Saturday. Literally on Monday, the pandemic started. On Monday, when the pandemic started, my VP left and I became the customer support of my LC. I needed to deal with all the problems, all the issues, all the EPs, all the chaos that happened when the pandemic started. And this is me at that time, just to show you a picture of how I was. Okay. Then when I joined Isaac again, I told you I wanted to join Isaac. I joined it because basically I want to have some achievements to put in my curriculum. Isaac was a platform to be innovative and reach goals. So Isaac was an easy platform where I could try to reach things that I could put in my curriculum and show like, look, I've achieved those numbers. Look, I've achieved this, and this. I did this and this project. The other thing is I want to get used to work in office. At that time, I had no work experience. I wanted to learn how to work with other people. I wanted to see how I could communicate with team players, how I could learn how to be a team player, basically. Then I wanted to develop hard skills. I wanted to develop my English and spreadsheets mostly,
Man,
which very normal. You can see most people in Isaac join Isaac because they want to learn probably those two things. And then you go to the last thing that is, I wanted to learn how to organize my own exchange. I wanted to travel, I didn't have money, and I needed to learn how to make it cheap so I could go travel. So, 2022, I joined Isaac. I joined an area that was customer support, and the pandemic started. I needed to deal with a lot of things, a lot of problems, a lot of people need to come back to the country, a lot of people didn't want to come back to the country, and we needed to figure out how to keep people in another country. A lot of breaks, a lot of things, a lot of chaos. And then with that, it comes the personal growth. In that year, I managed to deliver my first international session. That was a global leadership class to Indonesia. It was barely more than 100 people. I'm not sure exactly the number anymore. My English was absolutely not good at that point, and the session was very chaotic, but it was a very good experience. Then this is me meeting my team leader for the first time after working for 10 months together. And we met randomly, and seeing people who I worked together was a moment of just seeing that things I was doing were real. I was not just like doing something for robots in a screen. When I saw people that I worked together, it completely changed my mind on what I was doing. We also can go for me meeting my EP, because the thing is, at that point, we had basically lots of EPs that were already traveling or going back to the country, but I only had two EPs traveling abroad. EPs that I saw buying their exchanges preparation, like they had their preparation and they traveled with us. I met Hafa. Hafa was one of my EPs. This is Hafa in Egypt. I also had another EP at that point that was Montana going to Turkey. Those two EPs, meeting them, talking to them, having this cultural exchange, this was the highest of Isaac I've experienced at that point. I had only two EPs to show me what Isaac should be. So I've managed to deliver sessions internationally. I've managed to have EPs. I've managed to deal with the chaos. Like chaos was happening and I keep it working. Why I almost left Isaac? I almost left Isaac because at that point I was staying 20 hours per week in calls, team meetings, working times, tracking synergies. It was too much. I felt I was just solving crisis and working on demand. I was never trying to plan ahead to make quality, to make things better, to solve the issues I was seeing in Isaac. I hate the work environment. My LC environment was very toxic at that point. People were talking bad things about each other all the time. Like, we basically were just complaining and talking bad about people. And I hated this kind of environment. And one thing that my special thing for this is at that point, I was very annoyed because all Isaacers look like so happy. And this annoyed me so much because I wanted people to be more serious. So, in the end, there is one thing that I can tell you. I didn't accept to be responsible for my own experience. And this is something that I only discovered later. Why I almost left Isaac? Because I didn't accept to be responsible for my own experience, for the quality of it. So the change, what changed and what made me to be here? I found someone who encouraged me to give a second try. Someone that gave me a chance to be in a high position, although I was a detractor of the experience in Isaac at that point. This person is Jan. You may know him as GV manager of Isaac International. He is my predecessor at least 3 times. So this second part of the story you will know later. You know in the closing where I will complete the story to you, and you will understand what I'm talking about this. So I have some expectations for you, for me to be able to continue my story. I need you to be here. Again, if you need to go fill the justification form, don't worry. But if you stay, be present, participate, talk, engage, interact, be here. During the next days, you have sessions which could have helped me at that point to overpass some of my struggles. Some of this taking my own responsibility over my experience, how to deal with things that I needed to do and I didn't know how to. So try to enjoy this. I can tell if I had had this before, my experience would be different. And from that, use Vehicle to try to track your own struggles. Track what makes you want to leave Isaac and try to find solutions. You will be the responsible from now on to find the solutions to keep you in Isaac, to enjoy more your experience. Brainstorm the insights you may have during the sessions and write it. Don't forget it. Now I will make Vaiko to actually start with the right sessions that you need to know what needs to be done for you to enjoy the conference, for you to take care of the experience you need to leave. I hope you enjoyed the event, and if at any point you need my help, please send me a message. Okay? For that, I would like to invite Cello.